Hello, people. What is going on? It's Thursday. The weekend is slowly coming towards us, and so is the Olympics and all, which I'm looking forward to. Before I get started on this video about possible new right back at the club, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, and hit that notification bell. Mazraoui or Mazraoui, or Maz. I'll call him Maz because it's easier. Yeah. 17 million pounds, right back, Bayern Munich, 26 years old, 6 foot tall. He can play in a whole host of positions. He can play central midfield. He can play as a right back. He can play as a left back. Do you know what I'm saying? He could possibly be coming to West Ham, and somehow I don't understand how we're probably going to do it, but yeah, he could possibly be a West Ham player. Now, I've got some stats here. It says 52 goal and assists in 248 first team games. So goals, assists. He's a decent player. I remember him for Morocco in the World Cup, bombing down that sort of side every single time, and he looked very, very good. Passing the ball, ball control, interceptions, tackling is all good, but the concerns are he loves an injury. Yeah, he picks up injuries, and his concentration levels are a bit inconsistent, to say the least. But for 17 million pounds as a first choice, second choice, if you've got Soufal and Maz there, then yeah, it could be a really, really good signing. But I'm going to say this: I think it's a good signing. I think West Ham have held out for a little while, and obviously now it looks potential that we're going to get him for 17 million. I think it's like 12 million, 12.5 million plus add-ons, which I'm going to be honest is a pretty good deal, really, for a player who's 26. If we can avoid the injuries for him, then I think he's a good signing, really good signing. Tommy from X here, no Duran. Then yeah, no, but I will speak about Duran Thomas. Do you know what I mean? And I will say this: what the fuck is going on at West Ham giving away our youngsters? Now, it's come out that Noussair Orford, you know who he is, could be in a part exchange deal plus cash for Duran. How is that what West Ham's come to right now? Is that really what West Ham has come to? Giving away our youngsters now because we can't buy the player outright. Does not make no sense. Don't agree with it. I'm seeing a lot of different reactions on there. Do you know what I'm saying? Hello, mate. Hope you're well now. You know what I mean? For me, you don't give away your youth. I thought you developed the youth, right? I thought that's the whole point. Do you know what I'm saying? And 30 million plus Orford. And people are saying he's not looking to sign a new deal. I don't get that one, mate. I really don't. I do not understand it at all for the life of me. Why you would want to give him away? Literally give him away for a player that could potentially be a bad apple for me. It really is. I'll get to your comments shortly, but Mazraoui, for me, good signing. 17 million, 26 years old, 6 foot tall, plays in a whole host of positions. I think it's a good signing. If we can keep him injury free, then he'll be a very, very good signing. Obviously, he's hooking up with Kudus and Alvarez from the Ajax days. They was in that team together before they all sort of got split up. And yeah, listen, I'm all for that in that deal. But this one, Duran 30 million plus Orford and all, that just doesn't cut it for me. It really doesn't. Stuart, hope you're well, mate. If we give away Orford, that is going to be a huge mistake, in my opinion. I don't understand why we're giving them away, mate. We're the 15th, 16th richest club on the planet, and we're giving away our youngsters now. And that is that's the question that needs to be asked, really, is why? Why are you trying to give them away? Do you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make no sense in regards of that. It really don't. Now, Orford has got potential. I'm going to be real. He's got potential. Is he ready right now? No. Is he going to be ready in a few years? Probably. Yeah. But if Villa want him, why are we stupid enough to sort of go, oh, you go, we'll give you a part exchange? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just Yeah, it just doesn't make no sense, mate. Chuck your comments in the comments section. I'm going to go for about 15 minutes and I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, I totally agree. The owners have made a profit. What has happened to our funds? We sold players, obviously at a loss, except Rice. So something is going on. Ain't just that. You got to look at people like Fornells, Schumacher. Both of them went out the door. We got money for them. Kera, Ben Rama. I don't understand how low West Ham have got to go in order to get it done to a point. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it just makes no sense to me, man. It really don't. Not offering Orford a new deal is so stupid. Here's the future. Yeah, but why? Why are they not offering him a new deal? Is it a case of that he's demanding first team football? Is he demanding stupid wages? There must be a reason why they're not offering him a new deal. So yeah, I don't get it. I just don't understand it. I really don't. It doesn't help the homegrown situation either. I agree on that. I really do. It's it's silly. It's silly from us. But what I can't understand, West Ham seems to be doing everything they can to try and get Duran. Yeah, and giving away our youngsters should be the last thing you want to be doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because then if that's the case, right, you'll be getting youngsters all the time and just giving them away. Do you know what I mean? Just as a part exchange deal. So I'm I'm not on it. I'm just not on it. But Mazraoui, I am on it. I think he's all right. I think he's better than all right. I think he's very, very good. Um, and I think if we can keep him injury free, then we've got a good player on our hands. We'll say that. Richard Stevens, hope you're well, mate, wherever you are. Speaking to my Villa mates, James. Can't wait for Duran to leave. His attitude doesn't sit well. Emery could play him and Watkins at the same time. So it begs the question why he doesn't. Um, I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. This signing, Duran signing, is going to be one of. It's going to go. It's a toss of a coin job. Simple as that. Yeah, it either goes unbelievably well. This geezer turns into a superstar, and we're all laughing, or he ends up being a nightmare. And then in 18 months' time, we're trying to shift him at the door. Um, for me personally, I don't see it with him. I really don't. When people have been hyping him up over the last few weeks, saying, "Look at him, yeah, Duran, yeah," they have to stay off FIFA and fucking Championship Manager because, for me, he doesn't fill me with like that sort of yes, let's go factor. Yeah, Mazraoui, for example, is a good signing for West Ham. Keep him fit. He's a very good player, and he's only 26 years old. I think if you can keep him fit, then it's a good signing. Duran for me is just an attitude problem waiting to happen. Like if he's like this now, what would he be like if, for instance, Lopetegui dropped him for a game? Do you know what I'm saying? So seems like West Ham are not interested in the youth of our players or fans. Yeah, yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. It's a bit of a carry on at the minute. Like even today, I wake up in the morning, I'm out doing what I've got to do during the day. I get the news about obviously the potential signing, set the stream up, and then the row about Mark Noble. I'm having a row about Mark Noble with one of our fans. It's ridiculous. Like, is this what it's come to now? I'm rowing with the fans over Mark Noble, and honestly, I do not understand the fan base. Yeah, I really don't, and I don't understand the mentality of the fan base. It seems like to me that people will just scapegoat anyone, just scapegoat anyone. Just go, yeah, he's a problem. He's a problem. Oh, can't get to him. You know what I mean? Last season, it was David Moyes. David Moyes was the problem. Yeah, you take Moyes out, now it's Mark Noble's the problem. Yeah, the only real problem at West Ham is the geezer who owns West Ham. That's the real problem. Do you know what I'm saying? But no one ever sees it. Our owners are going to be like, they want to save money for a marquee signing, like Neymar or something. Um, Listen, at the end of the day, right, the window is still going on. Yeah. We get Mazraoui for £17 million total deal, 12, I think it's 12.5 mil plus add-ons. I think that's a good signing. If he comes in and beats first choice, second choice, whatever, I think it's a good signing. I think we've got to watch his injury concerns because he's got a big injury list. Like if you go and look at his injury sort of printout of all his times at Ajax, Bayern Munich, he loves an injury, this kid. I will say that. And that could be a problem long term for us. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because do you really want a player that's going to be in and out of the side through injury? Like, we want to try and stay away from that. But I trust the judgment that they've assessed that and they can help him. They can help him through that moment. So yeah, I'm on that. I'm on that one. But the Rand deal for 30 mil plus Orford is just sickening to a point. It really just makes no sense whatsoever. Like, and I even said it. I retweeted it. Yeah, and my words were, "Are we that poor? He must be that poor that we're giving players away." Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think there's more to the Orford stuff than meets the eye. Maybe, maybe Terry. I'm not going to lie. There must be a reason why, but it still doesn't justify it for me. Like, if you want to let Orford go, then sell him. Just sell him, right? But what I can't understand is with the Duran thing, they're trying anything they can to get this geezer, literally any way possible, instead of just paying the money that Villa want. Do you know what I mean? So, if you're talking about injuries, then why the fuck do we sign Zuma? I understand that. I understand that, but Zuma has Zuma really been injury prone with West Ham over like when he first arrived? I don't believe so. He had a lot more going on off the pitch than on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember he was quite consistent, right? And it wasn't really him who was getting injured at the time. It was fucking other players around him, like Bonner, Balbuena got injured, Diop got injured. All the other players got injured around him, and he was the only one really who was fit. So, you know. But I do hear what you're saying, Kim Joe. I will say that. Um, Club clearly thinks Potts is better than Orford. Maybe, maybe. But is it right? That's the only thing I will say. Is it really right in that circumstance? I don't believe so, mate. Like, I don't think giving away our youngsters to do a deal is really showing that we're a big club. That's showing that we're just that sort of club we're trying to penny pinch all over the gaff. We shouldn't be like that, really. We really shouldn't. So, let's get to Scott. Scott Barnard. Zuma failed a medical, always a bad sign. It's the same with Mavropanos. Yeah, I know. I know. We are offered to Villa because Villa want to sign Orford. Yeah, I know, but why do Villa want to sign him? That's the real question. Like, we should want to keep him if he's that good. Now, it's an interesting one because you got Potts in there, you got Earthy in there. For me, Earthy does look a real deal talent. I'm gonna be honest. When I look at Earthy, I think, yeah, you look a bit tidy, mate. Like, give you a few years in and around the side, I think you could be a real good talent. Yeah, Potts is an interesting one for me because obviously he's Steve Potts' son, uh, West Ham sort of icon from the 90s and late 80s. Um, with Potts, it's a tricky one for me because I don't think he's ready, but I don't think he's bad, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he needs to go out on loan again to a championship side, establish himself in that sort of championship side, whether it's like a Portsmouth, Coventry City, Preston, somewhere like that, and basically own it in that sort of division, and then next season be ready to step up into the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? I don't think going from Wycombe Wanderers to the Premier League this season is the right move. Yeah, and when you look at him and you look at players who are ahead of him, like, I don't see him close to them players, if that makes sense. So that's just my opinion on that. But yeah, get your comments in. Let me know what you think. I'll go for another sort of 8 minutes and I will wrap this up. Let me know what you think on Mazraoui, Maz. I call him Maz. It's easier, right? And Duran and Orford. Do you know what I mean? That combination sickens me to a point because we shouldn't be giving away our young stuff for a player who is sulking like a kid in a sweet shop. I will say that. So let's have a look, see what's going on the world of Twitter. It's all kicking off on there. I will say that it is all kicking off in regards of now people have seen the Orford deal, like, could be involved in the deal. Yeah, it's going to go off tonight. It really is. Do you know what I'm saying? It's another thing to stoke the fire in the West Ham community. I will say that. So, yeah, chuck your comments in. Let me know what you think, and then we will see what happens there. Anyone not? Yeah, it's not looking good, mate. Oh, Aaron Wan-Bissaka turned us down, apparently. And he's favoured a move to Inter Milan. So, there you have it, people. You know what I mean? He even didn't want to come to West Ham. So, yeah. We're just trying to get the player to force Manchester United's hand with this Aaron Wan-Bissaka deal. He ain't going, mate. And I've got I've just got something on here, funny enough. I will show you right now, Scotty boy. I will show you exactly what I've just seen, literally like that. And it is that Aaron Wan-Bissaka has turned down West Ham in favour of a move to Inter Milan instead, and that is David Aldstein. Now, he ain't no mug. He's someone who is pretty respected, especially in the West Ham world. He got a lot of the stuff with the Declan Rice thing right last year. So West Ham are obviously moving fast on Maz to get it done. Do you know what I mean? I know Kufal is good, but I hope Maz is an upgrade. Yeah, he's an upgrade. He's an upgrade, 100%. Like he's much better going forward. Like, and he's more sort of he's better on the ball. His concentration levels are a bit iffy, yeah, but it's his injury concern. I think if we keep him injury free, then we've got a bargain, really, at 17 million. But yeah, he is definitely better than Sufal. Like, 100%, yeah. I'll take him all day long. But Wan-Bissaka isn't going to happen. And Carl Walker Peters, I don't think will happen because they want stupid money for him. So, you know, Mazraoui can't defend or cross. I don't know about cross, but I think he can do. Well, he's a decent-ish defender, but going forward, he's electric, mate. Like I remember watching Morocco in that sort of famous run that they had, and I thought he was one of their top players in the ranks. Do you know what I'm saying? I remember at Ajax vaguely, and obviously Bayern Munich picked him up. As I say, the only issue with him is the injury record. If the injury record was superb, I don't think he'd be coming to West Ham. I think he'd be going to another club. I think West Ham are taking the risk on this guy, um, and hoping to try and get him out of that sort of injury curse that he's got. But West Ham are known for having players that are injured. Antonio's been injured over the years. Zuma's been injured over the years. Um, there's been other players who've been injured over the years, and we've managed to get through it. So it is, yeah, it's a tricky one. I will say that. Scott, do you think we're getting Sol or Sal? Sal? No. The answer to that is no. I don't think so, mate. I really don't. I've got no idea who West Ham are going for in regards of like wide men. I really don't. Like Reece Nelson was mentioned, he's gone. One thing I will say, Summerfield is still sitting there. Yeah, and if Leeds drop their asking price, could West Ham go in for Somerville at Leeds? I'd love him at our club. I think he'd be a decent, really, really good, solid, ready to go signing. Wilfred Zaha, I'm going to say this, is still slowly being mentioned again. Do you know what I mean? He's currently 2-1 to join West Ham. Yeah, he's 2-1 with us, and every other club's like 6 or 7-1. But Somerville would be a really good signing. Really good sign. Left-sided, knows how to attack, can beat people, pace, young. He's got the full artillery to go for it. It's just whether or not West Ham want to believe in the player and go and pay the money. Do you know what I'm saying? So is going Rome confirmed. Yeah. If we're penny pinching because we want some of you, I can accept that. Maybe. One thing I will say, if we are trying to cut corners a little bit to try and get in a Somerville or someone of that sort of ilk of player, then I will look at it and go, all right, fair enough. I can see what you're trying to do there. But the penny pinching side of things has always been with West Ham. It always has been. Do you know what I mean? We're always waiting, delaying, and people used to say blame it on Moyes last year, saying, "Oh, Moyes is different, Dave, and all that." Fucking who's different now? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. The club obviously rates Potts, Earthy, and the Irish midfielder more than Orford. I don't know about that, though, man. I don't know about that. Orford's a good player. Alfie, shout out to Alfie, West Ham Online, aka West Ham Live 5. He was raving about Orford last season. He said he's going to be a really good player for us in the ranks. Um, I just look at this and I think, are West Ham looking to go bigger than Orford at the minute? Yeah. And let's have it right. When these players move to other clubs, right, and we have got carried away with it in the past. We have, I have, our old DL, yeah. When Dean Garner left, people moaned about it and said, what's going on? He hasn't really done a lot at West Brom, really. He's been a good championship player for them, but that's what he is. Harrison Ashby was another one. Another player that was mentioned to be big things. I hold DL again. And on this one, I look at it and I think if it is the case, it's not right. But unless there's a deal that they're trying to work on, that if they can save on a couple of mil on that, they can bring in this man who can benefit us now. Do you know what I mean? It all depends on how you see West Ham, and that's what I always say every single time on this on this stream, on this channel, so to speak, is that it all depends on what you want. Do you want West Ham now to be good, or do you want West Ham to be excellent in 2 years' time? I want West Ham now to be fucking good, man. I can't wait for 2 years. I might not be alive in fucking 2 years, so I want to see us good now. I have a very, very strong feeling we're going for Summerfield. Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you this right now. He's currently favourite on the bookies to be joining West Ham. Yeah, I'll show you something now. Well, I've got, and basically he's 8 to 11, and I read up on something the other day. Now you can take the betting for what you can take it, but sometimes in the betting trades and all that, you can sort of see what is actually going on in regards of things, because the markets will change rapid. If they get information, people lump on, and then the market will change within seconds. So let me find it. Let me find the player in general. Let's have a look. We got where is he? Here we go. Right. This is Somerville, yeah. Now just take this as, don't say it as gospel, but I'm just saying to you as an example, right? See that there? He's currently 8 to 11. West Ham United. So West Ham United are favourites. And after that, 9 to 2, 11 to 2, 6 to 1. Basically, that is telling me that West Ham are interested in him, yeah, and are working on a fee possibly to get him. If that is the case, then I'm taking Somerville all day, because he's ready to rock and roll. I think at Leeds, I don't think he does another year at Leeds. I think he's out the door, if I'm being honest. So yeah, it's not about Orford not being rated, in my opinion. It's about Sullivan not knowing how to negotiate youth contracts. Happens time and time again. It's done. Charlie Walsh, I did send you a message on WhatsApp. You obviously did not reply, but I will put the link in if you ever want to come on, because now you're sort of self-employed. You're more than welcome to come on and have your say on this channel, mate. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll leave that in there for you. But what I was saying about Somerville, why I sort of carry on, is that if West Ham are trying to build the pot up to a point, like keep the money sort of set aside for this Somerville deal, then so be it. So be it. I want us to be excellent in 2 years' time, to be honest. I've waited. I think waiting will stop losing our top players. Scott, I'm going to be honest, mate. In 2 years' time, Kudus Alvarez won't be here. This is where people get it a bit twisted about waiting and waiting and waiting. We can wait forever, mate. Yeah, but these players won't wait forever. Right? I want West Ham to be attacking Europe next season, not waiting 2 years to try and be good. Do you know what I mean? That's just my opinion. I can't. I've seen too much shit over the years, right? And over recent history, West Ham have been not too bad. Yeah, football hasn't been great, but is what it is. But I want West Ham to be decent all the time, not just like building up for something. And yeah. Sorry, lad, been a mad busy. We'll reply after work later. Oh yeah, see, he's a man. He's a man of the cloth. Now, see. Tony and Declan Rice seem to be best mates at the moment. He might help Tony get it into Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal are going for him, mate, if I'm being truthfully honest. So, yeah, I agree with Ben, 100%. Sign Tony for fuck's sake. 15, 20 goals, instant a season. Completely agree, mate. Completely agree. And for me, it feels like West Ham are trying to get Duran done urgently before other clubs start sniffing around, right? Which is fine. But chucking youth players and youth prospects in there is just, yeah, it just doesn't cut it with me, mate. Really don't. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. That is me done, I think. I am going to wrap that up there, ladies and gentlemen. I've done 25 minutes. I've read out your comments, and that is me done. Mazraoui, or however you want to pronounce his name. Yeah. Super Maz, I'm going to call him. £17 million, 12.5 million plus X amount in add-ons and specials and everything. Good signing. He's a good signing for West Ham. I will say that. I think the injury concern is a concern. Like, because he loves an injury. If you go and look at his injury record, it's not very good. It isn't very good at all. But if we can keep him fit, firing, and basically doing the job for us, then we've got a really good signing there. Duran, 30 million plus Orford. Just doesn't cater with me, mate. I really doesn't. It shows a lack of like I don't know what West Ham are trying to achieve with youth contracts and things like that. And if we don't sort it out, we're going to lose some talent. And eventually, we're going to lose a talented player for free who's going to go on and be a superstar. So we need to sort that out. I agree what Charlie Walsh says about Sullivan doesn't know how to negotiate youth contracts. He doesn't know how to do fuck all, if I'm being honest. But remain to be seen on that one. Do you know what I'm saying? If West Ham are looking long term and take Orford out, obviously, and build the pot up so we can go and attack and get Somerville from Leeds, then maybe you look at it a bit different. But at the present, it really isn't right. Do you know what I'm saying? So, we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, before I get to these final few comments, we don't want Tony. We've gone woke, I'm afraid. Brozovic, is that you? Just say yes or no. Is that you, Brozovic? And are you coming back to Twitter anytime soon? I will wait for your response. Hi, James. Best wishes from Thailand. Come on, you are. I hope you're well, mate, out in Bangkok. Yeah, it is Brozovic. I thought it was Brozovic. It was Brozovic. Brozovic, get back to Twitter, mate. We need you. We need you back fighting the good fight over the Tim Steiden stuff. Yeah, right. That's me done. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one wherever you are. And I will see you again in the next one. Bye.